Scott was in the 7th grade. He was angry at the world. He was in trouble at school for yelling at teachers, not turning in homework. He was failing his classes. He didn't have friends. If he did get a friend, he latched onto him so tight that he drove him away.
He was going down the wrong path. He was going to be a hoodlum and going to be in jail, and to say that about your own son, that's where we were.
These children have been through a lot, more than you and I ever can imagine. They believe in their heart. They're broken. They're not good enough. They're unlovable. Something is wrong with them that they don't deserve to get taken care of. And until you work through that, they're not going to heal.
No matter how successful we are running a program in residential here, that means the kid's still away from their family for 6 months. So the in-home intensive can keep them with their family. That's what we want.
It's kind of like that step between residential and outpatient.
When you're in the intensive, you're in there for a whole week. You get to see how they're living. They start trusting you, you start trusting them, and it's really a great team environment. We come in for 3 days, 5 days a week, provide therapy activities, schedule layout, anything we can do to help the family get back on track.
The goal is to provide and beginning the process of hope and healing. When you can do it in the home, when you can do it with the parents there, where they feel safe, it's wonderful.
The day that Chaddock called Pam and said, hey, we're putting together a program for this, you called. She was so excited. We got somebody that can help us.
We start on the upfront, getting to know the families, getting to know us, so that when we get to their house, we can hit the floor running.
And they basically laid it out and said, this is a lot of work for you. If you're not in it to do the work, this isn't going to work for Scott.
We had books to read, we had homework writing assignments to do, individually, together. We did homework for 3-4 months to get prepared for this week intensive therapy. It was all day long. It was 100% Scott focused. He was 13 years old age-wise, but developmentally, our son was not 13 years old. He missed that 0 to 18 months, 0 to 24 months, which is so critical for any child. He had none of it. So we had to rebuild that, and he ate it up. And what we did, I would have never believed it. He's doing this. Can you believe this? And it's like, he just knew he needed it.
It wasn't therapists and parents and a child. It was a team. Yep. And that's the way they referred to us.
We changed our parenting ways. And not that we were doing it wrong or bad. We learned different ways to respond, react to him, and in turn that helped our whole family.
It's not what you think therapy is, so a kid that's coming in that have had, hundreds of hours of therapy where they sit on a couch and talk, it kind of throws them off. Whoa, we're playing a game right off the bat. We're playing, it's fun.
So many of the activities were simple. Feeding him grapes, having a race to blow cotton balls across the floor. There was so many simple activities that allowed him to accept touching or looking.
Praising him, learning how to praise him and just know how to praise him the way that he needed to hear it. He would eat that up. I mean, he needed that.
And it's just a way to build that relationship with the child in order to be able to work on some of the complex trauma issues that they have.
What we did with him in 7th grade, my son is now 21 years old, he would still play some of those games if I asked him to. It didn't just stop after our 1 week. It was a work in progress. And it continued.
And then we do some follow-up work as well, just working through different issues that might have come up, giving them suggestions and just being that support for them for a few months after the intensive as well.
After you start this program, well, then you start seeing a better day. And then maybe 2 days. And then, so you just saw this gradual improvement. And I guess that's what keeps you going.
We actually had some teachers like, is Scott doing something different? Are you guys doing something at home that he's participating in class? He's got people that are, hey buddy, I'll sit by you today. And they were like, who what happened? What happened over Christmas break? They were amazed, and that was probably the biggest testament to us, is like, we did the right thing for Scott doing this. Having people say your son's enjoyable to be around now. Oh my gosh. We're so proud of him. He's in the Army. He's successful and he loves it. He has great friends, a good group of friends that he's with. I mean, it has continued. It's followed him through.
Chaddock's foundation is hope and healing for children. Every child deserves a chance to have healthy, happy relationships.
We're lucky. We're very fortunate that Chaddock had something that we could do with them, experience with them. They're amazing. They're a part of our family. I mean, nothing will ever take away that week we had. We wouldn't have our son without that program.